Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Mythic Legions Ninian Infantry figure from Four Horsemen Studio. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks positively beautiful, and this is the kind of mid-range or mid-size Mythic Legions body, and all new sculpt, because this is, these snake people figures are their, kind of new thing they're getting into, and I'm here for it. So as you can see, just like tons of sculpt for the scales here on the chest. The body, we get these more kind of these larger scales, and there's, sculpt going on within those scales as well, with a little bit of a wash going on. And then just those colors are beautiful. I'm not usually one for navy blue, and I think this isn't really a navy. It's kind of a shade or two brighter, but it works so well, especially with those blacked out eyes. And then you get that, again, that nice shade of blue with the dark wash to bring out the scales, and then we bring the red in. That really pops against all of that, and it's just so good. And then you get the gold, which is this kind of aged, not really a bright gold, more of a kind of worn, kind of like, I guess, yeah, older gold. I think I can think to say about it. But yeah, very nice. I get the leather texture here for the belt, and there's some fur coming off of that. Great sculpt around for that belt. And we got some chainmail and scale mail going on here. There is chainmail under these side plates, which they even sculpted on the opposite side, which I think is pretty awesome. Then you obviously get that more on the legs. Then we get I'm assuming these are from some of the knights, these, kind of shin guards. Then we get the feet, which are sculpted on the bottom as well. So just fantastic work all around. The head sculpt is perfect. I mean, it's a snake. It looks awesome. Again, there's just kind of all black eyes with the perfect amount of gloss to kind of catch that light and just give it a little bit of life. So yeah, absolutely like amazing looking figure. There's a killer loadout of accessories here, so let's jump right in. And so starting with hands right out of the box, we do get a pair of grips with a vertical hinge. Then we get a pair of fists. We get a pair of grips with a horizontal hinge. Then we get a pair of trigger hands with a horizontal hinge. And then a pair of trigger hands with a vertical hinge. Love the variety there. And then we get, finally, a pair of kind of relaxed posed hands, reptilian posed hands, what have you. So that'll do it for hands. Then I wasn't going to really include this as an accessory. We do get a tail, but we'll look at that in the next section a little bit more closely. We get two different head sculpts. So we get the kind of relaxed one we looked at in the last section. So there's closed mouth. It's kind of hanging out, chilling as it were. Then we get the open mouth, yelling, hissing head. Beautiful. Again, great sculpt in the mouth, just like perfect shade of pink with like all of that kind of dark wash over it, just bring out all the details. Looks amazing. And then we get a bead necklace, so just green with some black wash to kind of bring out the details there. Looks nice and natural hanging as well. Then we get onto armor, so we get a pair of pauldrons. So these are gold. You can see some details there on the side. We get this kind of turquoise style like eye going on there. Then you can see the peg to just peg into the back. From there, we get on to the shield. And I'm actually not sure which way is up for this thing. So you get this green symbol against the yellow background, and we get some glyphs here all around the border. And again, kind of a bronze gold tone, and then it's dark wash to bring everything out. Back is just plain brown. We got the handle. And then we get two weapons. So we get the mace flail. I'm not actually sure about the actual name of this, so please let me know in the comments if you do know. So we get this nice glossy black with this blue base, which kind of calls back to the body of the snake itself. Some gold here at the base of that. Nice wood grain texture going on the handle, and then just pommel down here. And then finally, we do get a spear, which we've seen with a bunch of different Mythic Legions over the years. This one kind of almost like ebony sort of look to it. A really nice gloss. See how that catches the light? And that's very basic for the handle. Just basic and kind of like very light tan brown. So that will do it for accessories. articulation balance here are really nice. As we can see, freestanding kicks, and I do not have the tail holding that up. Actually, can't even really see it in frame. So yeah, it's not hidden by the skirt piece here or anything like that. Just really nice balance. And beyond that, actually, I'm probably gonna adjust this up a little bit more, pardon me. So we get a ball joint at the head, and that allows us to look crazy up. Really nice down, tons of tilt. I mean, some people, I can see a lot of people kind of having an issue with the ball showing that much, but I think it works here. It's not too unsightly, especially if you're getting it into like really cool poses. So yeah, pretty much go anywhere you want with the head. Shoulders are hinge and swivel. Those come up to just about 90. We get rotation there. Single joints at the elbows and there. Rotation there as well. We do get hinge and swivel at the wrists, so we get a couple verticals, we get a bunch of horizontals, so a lot of options there. We get a ball joint here at the waist, and not as much crunch as I was hoping, and I think that's because of this piece right here, which we'll get to in a second. So about that far forward for the crunch, that far back for the arch back. We get rotation there, we get a tiny bit of side to side. Again, not as much movement as some other legions, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Splits are just insane though, like full on. Perfect. Front kick is perfect. We get thigh swivel hidden under there. We do get single jointed knees coming a little past 90, and no rotation really. We get a little bit. Then we get rotation at the ankles because those are removable. Then we get perfect point, insane forward, really nice rocker. Then we get to the skirt piece I was talking about, and that is wired. So that'll go wherever you want it to, so you can get some nice like flowy sort of looks going on there. Then the tail, separate piece, but it does plug in. We get rotation at the top, and then you can see those telltale holes. So that's bendy wire all the way through, so you can get some really nice snaky poses going on. And yeah, that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here they are with some other Mythic Legions. With some domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with yours truly in human form in both 1/18th and 1/12th scale. So my final thoughts on the Mythic Legions Ninian Infantry figure from Four Horsemen Studio is that this is pretty much a work of art, just as any of the other Four Horsemen figures have been over the years. Just so much attention to detail, and really in terms of the articulation, I think there's just a beauty to the simplicity that they use. You know, it's not as involved as a lot of modern lines, but it works, and they've been improving on that, and just watching them refine their process has definitely been fun, especially as, you know, someone who, when I started getting back into collecting, was just kind of an easy thing to kind of pass on. Now, as they've started introducing more things that kind of fall into my wheelhouse, I am very happy I'm on board here, because yeah, this is great. This was a Legions Con exclusive last year in 2024, and then they released it a little more widely here in 2025 in January, and yeah, I'm very glad I got my hand on a couple, because, you know, I almost went to Legions Con last year. I was like, okay, it's something I could probably make happen. Just didn't work out, and you know, the fact that they put these up made me very, very happy, because once I saw these were revealed and everyone's like, oh, look, these kick ass, I was like, oh man, I missed out. And yeah, I cannot recommend this enough. Certainly if you like the Four Horsemen's Legions line, or if just you like snake people, then this is absolutely worth picking up. It's not available at the moment because of that availability, so I wish you the best of luck on the secondary market. However, there is a line coming out, you know, a whole wave of these style of figures, and then we've got a couple exclusives. There's one that's kind of a mage version of this character in all green that's coming out as well, so there's definitely opportunities to get a version of this, and yeah, I think that's awesome. So I wish you the best of luck. But really, at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. I hope that all of your tour dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.